This is part 8 of the Memoir to 40, the autobiography of David Smith. Now, we come to 75. Would be 21 years old. Not now, 19 years old. He, of course, we had talked about he was interested in, he was going to Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music. He worked at night as a desk clerk at the dormitory, Sanders Hall, and he would started reading books like Bhagavad Gita from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. because he worked the night shift at the front door. It was a bit surreal because as he was reading Rick's books on religion and yoga all night long, these drunken students would come in at late. And they'd want to talk to me about this and that and stuff. Well, you also started to read this New Age books like Be Here Now, an autobiography of a yogi. He read the autobiography of Gandhi, and then he talked to some TM, Transcendental Meditation people who were giving lectures around campus. There was a Scientology people talked about. They used these cans to work on their enigmas, which was what the heck they were doing, and it wasn't for me. And he went to dinner with the Krishna consciousness people, and it had nice vegetarian food, and he liked the music. But that was enough of that. And then sophomore year was a time of inspiration. He had an experience when he saw the...
Why do you write it in he and not I? This one it's an autobiography.
And he saw the radiant form of Kirpal Singh when he's looking down at his body lying on the bed in his dorm room, and I wondered how I could be standing upright. How could that be? How could he be standing up when his body's lying down? This was the beginning of the transcendental body. He went to Rouhani satsang meeting that took place in the room at the university. Posted on the door was a poster that stated, "The knowledge of what one thing makes all else known," with a picture of Sawan Singh, Kirpal Singh, Darshan Singh. This is from the Mundaka Upanishad. Sir, what is that? Through which, if it is known, everything else is known. Translated by Max Mueller. Anyway, so I felt this might be a shortcut that I was looking for. The people from Cincinnati and the satsang included Brett Duffy, David McClanahan, Georgene Mitchell, Joni, David's wife, Nick. These gurus were a line of gurus extending back through the Sikh gurus, including Jamal Singh, Swami Shiv Dayal Singh, Ratnagar Rao, Tulsi Sahib, to Gobind Singh, with in Sant Durya Sahib Bahur, a towering figure in Satmar history. James Beans gives an important role to Durya. The Sikhs had a concept called the Nam or Bani or Anarat Shabd, and the unstruck sound, which sounded very much like the music of the spheres of Pythagoras. My senior thesis would be a paper stating that the music of the spheres was actually something mystics actually listened to. On January 1976, I had become a vegetarian, and alcohol was out too. My exposure to alcohol was only a bit in high school in the freshman year. Drinking at the frat houses did not appeal to me. One visit on the weekend, and that was enough for me. I had a friend at college, Harvey, who smoked pot and sold it. My experience with pot also was short-lived, and only occasionally when Harvey was around. I was looking for a way to alter my consciousness, but having to have a chemical to do it was not acceptable. So to me, it was more like I was looking in the direction the Beatles did when they went to India. I read the books of Kirpal Singh and electives in college. I took some courses like comparative religions, Buddhism, John Milton as a student, and a music major. I was required to take a course in foreign languages, and German was required, so I had 2 years of German and 1 year of French. I liked German, liked the compound words used in German. Later, I would work for 2 German banks, and my sister Alice would be living in Germany. I had music analysis classes with Norman Dinerstein, as well as his score reading class. The emotional, tense way he played pieces on the piano was memorable. He wrote 4 settings, for soprano and string quartet, a setting
Oh
of
God, I can't take it.
Emily
anymore.
Dickinson
Please,
poems.
yes,
Emily Dickinson
please,
poems. Here he is.
Stop it.
Norman Dinerstein,
Stop
composition.
it. And the way you read it, nobody will ever listen to that, okay?
Here it is,
I
Norman
have to
Dinerstein.
give me a headache.
Out of print book, Norman Dinerstein. Great composer.
David, shut up, okay? That's enough.
Okay.
God.
We read about.
What you find in yourself to read that? Why do you read it? Why? You read it already. It's there. It's not gonna be lost.
I'm
Okay?
in part 8. This is the. What part was this? We're reading. I read from part 8.
Okay, just close it.
Which is.
Open it again.
He's not a very important person, but yeah, that was his part. His autobiography of nobody. Of a nobody.